Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? Cub here, and welcome back to our Tekkit Legends Let's Play adventure here in the Tekkit Texan, where we do Tekkity Texany things like mine oil, drill oil? I think you drill for it, you don't mine for it, it's not an ore, and build railroads and herd cattle, and all the other wonderful things that make the Texas economy so great, that help us generate more jobs in the past 5 years than the other 50 states combined. Not bragging or anything, I'm just saying we're pretty baller. I'm out here right now, I'm trying to course out my railroad to Little Texas Town. Not the official name, still working on it, it's a work in progress. I figure we'll go off from maybe off the side of the mountain here, we'll build our railroad station. And then the first track is going to start off... You see, here's my predicament right now. Maybe we'll bring it down to here, because I want it to start off on these tracks. But I also want to use some of those suspended tracks. And I'm thinking, instead of having it go up and downhill, we'll just like bore a hole out here. We've got some tools to do that. Sorry, I'm having the hiccups right now, but this is an excellent start. The last video was pretty awful. I won't lie. Episode 1 was pretty bad. I had just started commentating again, and I wasn't sure what to say. I was stumbling over my words. I was stumbling and mumbling and bumbling and umming and ahhing my way through it and try to recover from that. So yeah, we'll probably blast our way through here, straight back, and then kind of over this river here, we'll use the suspended tracks, because those are pretty cool. And then we'll take it through this other side of the mountain, out the other side. It's gonna be pretty legit. We just gotta work out some things that I don't quite understand. And if you are familiar with Railcraft, now's the time to get in there and be like, hey, Cub, I know things. For instance, what would be nice... Okay, yeah, I had to check and make sure game audio was working, because I've had some issues with it. I'm recording with my new capture card, the Elgato HD 60 Pro. First time in Minecraft to record, and we'll see... Oh, geez, I guess we'll see how this goes. I sure hope it works. I haven't had any trouble with it since the first day I got it. It's been working good. And I guess we'll see, and we'll hope it just keeps working good. Just keep it going there, little guy. Just keep recording my footage. Thank you very much. That's how I talk to my electronics, just like that. With this very vague, nondescript accent. Just keep working there, all right? Oh, gee golly. All right, it's kind of like a Midwestern sort of accent. It's not a very good one, though. As I was saying, if you know anything about Railcraft, I'm looking for the kind of rail that when you hit it, it stops the cart, and then you can get out, and then you can get back on the rail and hit the button again, and it starts going. So I want to hit a spot, you get out, you get back in, you hit it, you go. I don't want it to like hit a brick wall, and then you have to. No, I want it to like the track's going boom, 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 stop, and then you get in, and you hit the button, and it goes boom, boom, boom. You get the idea. That would be useful. Also, is there any kind of like a gate track that'll keep animals off of it? Because if we're going to be going into caves, the last thing we want is like creatures wandering into the caves and then us running into them. So if you know of anything like that, might just run alongside the railroads with some like electric fences or something, or some barbed wire. Barbed wire is actually very Texan. We have a lot of that, keeping the cattle in line. So I don't know, I might just go ahead and do that. Do let me know if there's a way to do that properly, though. If there's like a proper animal track gate situation. I saw that over there, and I thought it was another security golem, like A-001-090 over here. It was not, though. It's just this strange... We're tired. Is this thing still running? It's still getting power. Good gosh. Well, that might come in handy later, I guess. It's at 9%. Maybe it isn't getting power. Or maybe it's just not getting fed any... What is this? Hey, that stuff is useful now. We don't waste that anymore. I need to go put that in the end when I get a chance, because that'll be very useful. Now, today we're gonna... Because I'm waiting on y'all's replies, and really just because I want to build a suspended track, it's going to take some of this lovely... Creosote we've gotten here. Whoa, Creo! I got a girl waiting up. We already did that, didn't we? What we're going to go ahead and do is build a tank for this so that we can store, because we're starting to fill up on this, and I don't want to run out of space. We're going to be building a tank similar to our steam tank here. We're not going to dismantle this one, though. We're going to build a steel version, the steel variety, and tuck it away in this corner here. And if we look that up real quick, we can see we can build it. If we just look at the wall, we can build it 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 tall with a diameter of 3, 5, 7, or 9. So we got lots to do there. We got lots to work with. I think we'll like tuck it into this corner here. I think would be good. What do y'all think? I think I'm thinking a lot. I'm saying think a lot, and it's a bit distracting for me personally. I don't know about the rest of y'all. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that saying think too much is distracting? I'd love to hear what y'all think on the subject of thinking. So I guess we'll tuck the tank away in here, and we're also going to set this up with wireless teleportation to fill up the tank. That's going to be pretty sweet. Now, in order to do this, we're going to need, if we just take a gander here, quick tip, just click the back button. in order to get the regular steel tank walls as well as the iron tank gauges. Have I been saying steel this whole time? I totally meant iron. What we have over there is steel. What we're doing now is just iron. So we're going to need some iron plates, and fortunately, I did go ahead and get a head start on that. We got 60 of them right here, and another 4 well on the way, as well as 10 in here that we're not using. Right, I changed shift on my gamepad. It's a bit of a pain to get used to. What else have I got in here? I've got some steel tank wall, steel plate. These are not things that we need. These aren't things we're going to be using. Right. So in order to build this, and I don't think you need a rolling machine. I think you just put the 4 of these there. You'll get 8 iron tank walls. And then if we repeat that procedure again with glass, and I'm sure many of you were like, Cub, we just saw that recipe. We know exactly what you're doing. You don't have to walk. See, darn it. Gosh darn it. Or move shift. I tried to set it up more like an actual keyboard on my gamepad, and it's just, oh, nightmarish. Cub, you're not doing it right, I hear you say. And you know what? You're darn right, you scallywags. How about them apples, though? Okay, I give up. What am I doing wrong? Glass panes. Oh. See what I mean? See what I mean? I'm hitting the wrong button constantly. Let's get these out of there. I need to really clear this out before the next episode. I think I need to remember to do that. Fortunately, glass panes is something we already have an abundance of, and I'm not about to make more. So we'll just go ahead and we'll retire this glass. And these other 5 pieces as well, because, again, we don't need them. I don't want to waste them. Put the glass in here like so. There we are. And then we'll go ahead and move some of this up here, so we can pull from it. All right, that'll be our walls. We'll go ahead and grab maybe 24 of those. We're going to need more than 8. Pull some of this out here. I haven't done the math on how many of, oh my gosh, we now have 69 of them. That's, gosh darn it. That's what happens when you hold down the shift key and you don't mean to. Well, you know what? I guess we can make a really big tank. And really, we don't need it all to be glass, so whatever. Let's bury it in the ground, though. Let's put it in the ground proper. Excellent. And then we'll just fill it up to the bottom here. Now, since we have so many of these, we might as well use them. There we go. And we'll use these a little bit more sparingly, maybe just tucked away in these corners. We're going to want to expand this a little bit more because I want to have more than a 1x3 space in the inside. I was kind of going for a 3x3 situation here just to see where that gets us. We might have too much creosote. Now, one of the great things about most things in Railcraft, in fact, I think probably all the bigger constructs in Railcraft is, you can completely dismantle them and reassemble them larger, and it will not lose its inventory so long as you don't break the center block. So when we're going to be done with this, the center block is going to be this one here, and as long as you don't break that when you're rebuilding the tank, all of the contents inside of it will remain stored, and that's really awesome. I think that's a really great addition to this mod. It makes it super easy to use because you can easily expand things and not worry about losing all the contents like you would in certain other mods. Cough, cough, name mod. I couldn't actually think of any. So it looks like I was wrong yet again. This will not. I've measured this all wrong. It's going to be 2x3 on the inside. Actually, no, it'll be 2x2 because this is where the roof is going. All right, you know what? That's okay with me. I'm completely all right with that. Now, clearly we've missed out on something though because it hasn't formed into a proper tank. And you know what I think it is? I think it's because we have to add a drain. And in this case, an iron tank valve, I should say, that's going to control the input and the output. It's pretty simple. 4 plates, some iron bars. Is there any other? No other recipes. All right, let's go ahead and build that. I should have some more plates. I don't think I used them all, did I? I've got 22 left. Well, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. That's the shortened, what do they call it? Abridged version? You ever get by an abridged book by accident and then not figure it out until it's too late and just be been very sad about it? Because the abridged book, oh, it's shorter and easier to read. Yeah, it's not as good either. That's the thing with them. Cool, that'll give us 8 of these. Way more than we're going to need. I think we'll probably need 2. 1 for input and 1 for output. Hop over. My jumping abilities are not what I thought they were. So we'll go ahead and we'll do input and output. We'll put input here. Because why not? Awesome. And we'll put output over here. Oh, actually, you know what? I just remembered the mechanics of this thing. If you want to fill it up, you need to put it at the uppermost layer. So yeah, that's actually fine right there. But if you want to drain it, you want to have this at the bottom. We'll probably be fine putting it down, I mean, maybe even, right below this one. And it'll be able to, I think, get most of it out. But I've clearly done this wrong, though, because it's 4 on the bottom, and you can't do 4. If we take a look at the wall, it has to be 3, 5, or 7. So it looks like we will be extending this a little bit, and that's good because we will get the 3x3 inside that I had initially wanted. We're going to go ahead and just knock these walls out, widen it up a bit, and that does mean we'll have to move these as well. We don't have to, but we're going to get them into a better position. I'm out of juice on my drill. Where do I charge these things? I don't even remember now. Is it over here? I think we've got a power charger back behind this wall, right? MFE, producer, electric furnace, macerator, compressor. Wow, I do not actually remember where I charge things at. Over here? What are you? Universal charger. Here we go. Excellent. That'll get us charged up pretty quick. I can get back to digging. I've been working with the railcraft all the livelong day. I've been working on railcraft just to make some fortune and fame. Can't you hear the subs screaming? Come, where's your jacket videos? Wow, we've already used up almost all of these, so I guess that was not a waste to build so many of them. In fact, I feel pretty, right. This could be an issue. All right, design change real quick. We're gonna put those there, and then we'll do these. Perfect. All right, again, I do think we still have to add the drains before it'll build up, but what we'll do is we'll add one drain here, and we'll add the other over here. What have we done wrong? What's the problem here? Right, I think I just figured out what the problem was. Ah! Yes, it does actually have to have iron tank walls in all 4 corners. Now it is pieced together. This makes much more sense. We're going to go ahead and reinstall this guy over here, though. Excellent. So now we have our iron tank. So just in case you didn't understand, let me go ahead and clarify. You do have to have the whole outline, the whole shell made out of the tank walls, similar to what we have here. We've got the shell here, but then you can fill in all the sides, including the top if you wanted to, top and bottom, with the steel tank glass, so you can actually see inside of it. So we got that set up finally. That was a bit troublesome. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get some teleportation pipes. Fortunately, I've got a lot of these fluid teleportation pipes. 64, bit much? Probably. Now, I don't think we have to have any kind of extraction pipe. We're not using one over here on the high-pressure boiler tank. Speaking of which, what frequency are these guys running on? Because that's going to be good to know. 9? We're going to go ahead and put these on frequency... First number I see. Open this up. 52. That's an odd number. Let's just set it to... 10. Send only. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll bring this over here, clip it in, and we will set it to receive 10. Right? No, it's... These have not been... These are liquid, right? Yeah, fluid teleport pipes. That's how I got these set up, right? Send and receive. Yeah. That was working. Okay. Ah, maybe we should use an extraction pipe, like a proper extraction pipe, like a real emerald extraction pipe. If I can just place it in there, we'll get this basic gate back on it. Oh, geez, not on that side. Look. Thank you. When there is fluid in tank, do an energy pulse. Oh, looky there. Okay, now we've got fluid. So we'll connect it up to here. Close that off. We'll tell you to go to frequency 10, please. Check it out! Alright, so all along, the big problem was you do actually have to extract it. Go figure. You don't have to do that with Steam, though. I just want to make sure we're all in the know here. Get out of there. What are you doing down there? You're causing trouble. You're putting an end to the Let's Play because I got to come down here and get you. Good grief. You don't go there either. We need marble. So the steam over there is certainly operating. These guys here are teleporting out without any assistance at all. But then again, that is a steam tank. This here, you do have to discern what you're pulling out because this produces both items and a fluid. So I guess it does kind of make sense that would be the case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around to each of these and set that system up again. I'm going to show it one more time to you in case you didn't quite catch that. Also, the key to this is these basic gates. And if you don't have any of those, definitely go back and check Season 1. There's probably an episode called Gates and Stuff or something similar. Check the playlist. I'm sure I've got tons of tutorials on the subject. Now, maybe I should move these to the inside so that they aren't getting in the way. Out here, they're just kind of sticking out in the way. But if I move them over here, underneath these other ones, it should be a no issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the emerald fluid pipe, place it down here, like so. We're going to place our teleportation pipe on top of that. This part isn't necessary. You don't have to put a gate there, or a pipe plug, but I'm going to because I don't like it to connect because I'm weird like that. Then we're going to place anywhere on here. I guess I'm going to go ahead and place it here. One of our basic gates, just a basic gate, nothing too fancy. We're going to tell it when there is fluid in the tank, perform an energy pulse. Make sure you don't do single energy pulse, a full energy pulse that will extract the creosote, although there's none left in this particular tank here. There will be once it's done with this coal. When it's done, though, it'll teleport to whatever frequency we set here. In this case, that was not necessary. I believe if we shift and right click, it'll give us that back. That's set to frequency 10, though. I need something I can actually right click with. There we go. Send to frequency. Oh, we don't even have it set. Frequency 10. And then this one is set to receive on frequency 10. And it'll go in there. I'm going to set this up on all of them. And then we will come back right after that. All right, there we go. We should now be moving all of our fluid to this very large tank here. And, of course, it's broken. If you try to look at it using Walia, up at the top says 0 of 16, or 1,600,000 millibuckets. That's broken. You can just ignore that. If you click here, though, it'll show you what's actually going in, and it's filling up pretty fast. If you want to extract it, we use this guy here. We might have an issue where we have to move the gauge to the bottom of the tank in order to completely drain it, because I've had to do that down here. As you can see in the old steam processing facility, all this place used to be powered off steam back in the good old days. Good old days. Oh, look at this. We've almost got a full stack of steel. Good. We're getting set for that. So we now have all of our creosote in a very convenient location for collection. What are we going to do with it? Well, I wonder what that little loading thing was for on my mouse there. Not going to worry about it. What we're going to look at is suspended tracks. Oh, look at that. What is this? A disposable track. Suspended track dismounts riding entities. That, well, disposal track. I don't know what that does. What I do know is we're going to need some wooden ties, which require some creosote in a cell. And in order to get creosote in a cell, you got to move the creosote to a bottler. And I don't know if I have a bottler. I also don't know how to make one, but I guess we've got time. Here's a bottler from forestry. I'm not sure if this is what it wants us to use, but it's the only thing that comes up when I type in bottle. What other options did we have? Let's see. Was it wooden ties or wood ties? I think it's wooden ties. I think that's them right there. Wooden rails requires a wooden tie. Right there next to it. How convenient. We can also put it in a capsule, which uses a bottler as well. Or a squeezer. We can also build a squeezer. Looks like a squeezer's going to be odd. I don't want that, actually. Oh, I see. A squeezer is used to get the creosote out of the bottle, as well as giving you the item, or at least partial. Okay, that's pretty cool. What we're going to go ahead and do, though, is, if there's nothing else in here, Creosote Bottle, also going to require a bottler. So I guess no matter what we do, bottler is going to be the ticket. Let's go ahead and take a look at that guy. Or could I just, and let's just be theoretical here, if I got a bottle, just like your basic generic bottle here, and I just walked up to this tank and I right-clicked, look at that, bottle of creosote. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty much set to go there, and it's completely unnecessary for me to build a bottler at this point, but the recipe looks pretty simple. So I say we go ahead and build it, and then we'll call it there, because I've been recording for a bit. Not sure how this is going to get edited down. It might be longer than last episode. Might be shorter than last episode. We'll find out when it all is said and done, but we're going to need to build a sturdy casing. Never built one of those before. What is that? Oh, duh. Oh, look, we already have some bronze in here as well. Look at all this junk I need to get rid of. So much junk. Sturdy casing, though, we got that. Next up, we're going to need some glass. We got some of that or at the beginning of this episode, and then I very quickly put it back. So 4 glass, got that. In addition to that, we're going to need these cans, which is just 10, and interestingly enough, we don't have any tin. Usually seems to be something that we have an abundance of just lying around. Fortunately, I can just get some. 12 cans is more than enough for what we're doing, so I think it's that, this, and I was worried this was going to be semi-complicated. Look at that, a bottler. Okay. So now we should just be able to set, I wonder if I can just set the bottler up like right next to here and it'll fill up. No, that was called wishful thinking. And it was wishful thinking at its finest. I'm sure I can just break this, plop it down here. I've never really worked with a lot of forestry machines before. Can I place this down? Can I do this number here if I just tell this, hey, if there's contains fluid, do a pulse, and then you'll put some, oh, look at this, perfect. All right, great, so this will fill up, and this can kind of be our reserve, and then it'll also output to the bottler here, which I'm sure this is not prime area for a bottler, but whatever. You're going to need some energy. It looks like you're going to use, yeah, okay, great. You're going to use the traditional, not traditional, but the Minecraft jewels? Not Minecraft, they're not called that anymore. Everything's using the, from thermal expansion, flux. Everything's using flux now. Fortunately, we have a flux power network coming in on frequency, what frequency are you, 500? Excellent, we'll just get another power teleporting pipe, because you can never have too many of those. We should really go to the end and check on power production as well. Not today, but just, you know, while I've got it in my mind. So we'll just shift and plop that down there, and I assume this will work. If we said to receive on frequency 500, it should be no power? Still no power. Why? Why not? Why would you not be receiving power? What are you doing differently? Ah, we have to have that buffer pipe. I'm out of practice, folks. I haven't played this in several months, so everything is a relearning experience for me right now. Break this guy, though. Plop that back down. Plop this guy back on top. Boy, look how tall it's getting. How exciting. There we go. Got power. Yep, you're all charged up. No recipes. I have to teach it. No matching recipe was found for the supplied resources. Well, what if I just gave you, let's say, a hopper? So we'll just get a hopper here. Your basic run-of-the-mill everyday hopper. A chute would probably also work. Chute! Should have gotten one of those. Doesn't really matter. And then inside that hopper, we just place a lot of bottles. Do bottles have an EMC value? Of course they did. I got some earlier. So 4 stacks is the max I can get unless I throw that back in there. There we go. We can we get one more stack? Because if we get one more stack, we can totally max this thing out. So we'll put a stack in here. Like so. And then we'll just fill this up. Cool. Well, I mean, fill it up, I say. Where's that last stack? Now we'll just kind of feed those in here. And this is going to fill up, and we're going to have tons of creosote bottles. Now, outputting them, do we need to output them? Is that a necessity? Is that something we should do? Can I just, let's see if this will work. Let's take the bottom out of here. Take these out, too. And we're going to go ahead and take this marble. Place it down here, because we want it to look nice. We're going to get another chute here. Not shoot. Shoot! Going to get another hopper. I keep hearing people talking outside, but they're not. There's no one outside. It's just my chair squeaking. So that's a little annoying. We're going to get a barrel, because a barrel will hold like a bunch of these. So we'll get a barrel, and we're not really sure if this is going to work, but hopefully if I place this down like so, yep, okay. And then we'll put the hopper like that. Oh, fantastic. It is facing the wrong direction, though. I want it to face... Could I just... Come on now. Break on me here. Come on, baby. Thank you. I want the barrel to face this direction. Ah! Look at that. Okay. So, real quick, I like to do my rundowns. Let's do another rundown here of everything we've just accomplished, because it is kind of impressive. So, we've got our coke ovens here. They're producing creosote. I need to set up a system to automatically feed them with coal, but we'll worry about that later. It's being magically teleported into our holding tank, where it is then being transported to our bottler, which has some glass bottles over here, which are being fed into here. It's bottling items. The hopper underneath is feeding them into this barrel. And when we come back next time, we're going to have so much creosote, we're going to be able to build our suspended tracks and start work on our railway. It's going to be fantastic. And you know what, folks? That brings us to the end of this episode. I hope y'all have noticed that we are, of course, right now a pirate, because for some reason, this game, or I guess Rambo, people have told me it's Rambo. It doesn't look very Rambo-y to me, but I'll take their word for it. For some reason, Tekkit Legends hates my Minecraft skin, so this is pretty traditional. Well, thank you all for tuning in, both Texans and Yanks alike. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Show that you like it. Support me, etc., etc. All those other things that people generally have already clicked off because they don't want to hear. And until next time, God bless y'all. See you later. Bye.